The traders at Norrenberger say they expect mixed sentiments to persist in Nigeria's equities markets on the back of investors' stance on dividend-paying stocks amid profit-taking on bellwether counters. Ekene Oyeka, Securities Trader at Norrenberger, joins me for a market outlook this week. Ekene, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. I'd like us to start with earnings. Zenith Bank's earnings, just looking at the numbers at half year, a profit after tax up 161.8% to 291.7 million. And of course, we're seeing the earnings per share now at 9.29. Talk to us about the numbers and what you glean from the numbers.
So, based on the result that we've seen so far concerning Zenith Bank in terms of their EPS and also the profit after tax, we've seen the activities it has actually posed for the last year. We've seen basically what they've actually done in terms of digital investments, and also we've seen what their financials have actually pulled throughout the last year. The activities have been so good in terms of the significant numbers it has pulled. Apart from Zenith Bank, we've actually seen a whole lot of the likes of GTCO. We've seen their profit after tax too has actually increased to a significant level, and that has actually have an impact on their share price. So at some point, we get to see a certain level of price profit taking in that aspect. We've seen their dividends, the interim dividend, they've actually put out to the market at 50 kobo per share. So we intend to see that certain level of movement. We tend to see investors trying to take advantage in terms of trying to restructure their portfolios and also to also react or work based on the numbers they've seen so far in the market.
Well, still on the numbers for the banks, what is your earnings outlook for the banks for the rest, for the second half of the year based on the numbers that they've posted for the first half? Would you be reviewing your forecast, or you're still on track in terms of the indices or parameters you've used to forecast full year earnings?
Yes, going forward in terms of the full year earnings, it's paramount to looking at what the economic situation is in the economy. You can't take out the fact that we've seen we've seen the unification of the exchange rates also playing in that space too. We've seen the removal of subsidies, and these have also we are definitely going to be expecting the inflation numbers, which will come into the market very soon for August 2023. So looking at all these factors in terms of the financial services sector too, it has a way of actually creating a certain level of effect in terms of the numbers. But going forward to 2023, in terms of the remaining year of the quarter, we tend to see a lot of performances in that space. We tend to see a lot of activities in terms of need to see a certain level of investment coming to that space, given the number that has been posed out to the market. So going forward, we expect that the numbers has actually given a certain level of confidence in the markets, which definitely going to stay a certain level of stability and also give more confidence to investors coming to the market.
Right. Now, for the rest of the market, you've said that you're expecting a profit taking on some key stocks. Talk to us about that. And for those stocks that might take a haircut, which one of them do you think poses or has a good re-entry point for investors who want to get into those counters?
So over the weeks, we've seen a whole lot of stocks who are actually appreciated in terms of their values, and also we've seen some certain level of profit taking in some good other stocks. Take for instance, we've seen the like of Dangote Sugar, which has actually put out to the market in terms of the application of NASCOM, and also we've seen Owando too last week with the intent of trying to also acquire Nigerian Ajik Oil Company. So these sentiments alone has actually put a certain level of sentiment in these current prices of those stocks. So in terms of re-entering and all that, we intend to see blue chip stocks, for instance, for the rise of Zenith and GTCO have actually posted this kind of results in the market. We tend to see a certain level of profit taking, and also we intend to see investors trying to position themselves in those two stocks in the market.
All right, thank you, Ekene, for bringing us up to speed. We appreciate your time on the show today. Thank you very much indeed. Ekene Oyeka, Securities Trader at Norrenberger, bringing us up to speed on trading at the stock market here in Lagos.